welcome to Championship Wrestling. My name is Vince McMahon, and the action has already begun here. Scheduled up this week, we'll be taking another look at Lou Albano's tag team tandem, the Lumberjacks. We'll also be looking at a most unique wrestler. The Animal is back. George the Animal Steele. Strong Kobayashi will be here. Our feature confrontation, Stan the Man Stasiak and Baron Cicluna, as they'll be meeting Stacks Calhoun and his tag team partner Larry Zbyszko. In addition to that, of course, we're going to be showing you, we're going to go back in time and show you a match that happened not too long ago. And it shows you the true power of one Ken Patera, the Olympic strongman. Ken Patera will be meeting Kevin Sullivan. We'll show you that match as it happened a couple of years ago. And we shall return, ladies and gentlemen, with the opening contest as we continue in just a moment. This is what it's all about. The Worldwide Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship belt. Up for grabs in Madison Square Garden, Monday night, April 24. Bob Backlund to my left, facing superstar Billy Graham, each holding a victory over the other. This, of course, the rubber match to be held in a 15-foot-high steel cage match. You've never participated in a match of this nature before, Bob. With that in mind, to a certain extent, you're at a bit of a disadvantage.
Well, I guess you could say I was at a disadvantage, but and I guess I would be sort of the underdog because of Billy Graham's record. But I am the world's champion, and I'm very, very proud to be the world's champ, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation champion. And I'm going to do what I have to do to retain it, no matter whether it be wrestle, fight, kick, stomp, even jump over the top of that 16-foot steel cage.
Mr. Graham, of course, will be doing everything in his power to escape from the steel cage as well, either through the door or over the top. You mentioned over the top. Have you been doing anything in the way of unusual training as far as this match is concerned?
Well, we got some fences out back, and I've been climbing over those as fast as I can, and I think I'm ready, and I realize that it's going to be a tough match. I realize I can get hurt, or I realize Billy Graham could get hurt. Either one of us could get hurt permanently, and the important thing for me is to just keep this title for all those people out there, which it means a lot to me.
Thank you very much, and the best of luck to you.
Thank you.
Bob Backlund defending the Worldwide Wrestling Federation Championship in this most unusual manner. If we may, now let's bring on the challenger, Superstar Graham, along with the Grand Wizard.
What we have here is a simulated cage. Bobby Backlund, look at this. As actuality, 2 steel chairs, but in reality, a simulated solid steel cage. How does my face look through the wires and the steel cables of this cage? Look at this. This is the view that Bobby Backlund will have, and this is the view that the fans will have. The fans will be out here, and we'll be in here. The view is horrible. The view is ugly. The view is tormenting. The view is real. This is reality. This is a steel cage, flesh and bone against a steel cage. I'm going to leave these chairs out here in simulation for you to personally hand to Bobby Backlund and let him feel steel and simulate the steel cage locked in with the superstar.
And remind Mr. Backlund, not only is that simulating the cage, but the rules. No decisions, no disqualifications. The match can't be stopped for any reason. You're in the cage against the real champion, the Superstar. The Superstar will take back the Worldwide Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship belt. This is our kind of match, and Brother Luke Graham will be victorious. Graham night, victory night
Bobby
for all of
Backlund,
us.
help!
Steel cage in Madison
Help
Square
him in the
Garden.
cage, Bobby Backlund.
For 2 ways to save, don't miss April at Siemens. Wait a minute. I only know one way. You pick a grouping, select your fabric and color, and get a terrific Siemens price like $7.50 for this sofa and matching love seat. Ah, but how about the no-frills way? No frills? Sure. You pick a grouping in the color and fabric we've got, and get an even more terrific price like $5.79 for this quilted sofa and matching love seat. Frills. No frills. 2 ways to save at Siemens. Save on 23 no-frills groupings at Siemens.
Richard Petty's racing for STP. He's got racing double oil filters, yes sirree. And when he's driving on the street like me and you, he's got regular double oil filters too.
I protect my cars with STP double oil filters. They're different. An outer element plus an inner element no one else has. They both work together full-time filtering dirty oil. Get one on your car.
The double oil filter comes naturally from the good oil boys at STP.
When you want to get a recliner, you should shop where you can see a lot of lazy boys. Not just 1 or 2, or 5 or 10, or 25 or 50, but 100 lazy boys, or 200 or more. This is what you see when you come to a showcase shop. Hundreds and hundreds of lazy boys. If you can't find yours here, you can't find it anywhere. Lazy boy. Before you decide on one, see them all.
See one of these conveniently located Lazy Boy showcase shops now. New York stores open Sunday.
The following wrestling exhibition requires discretionary viewer participation.
The next match is set for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing, in the ring, from Columbus, Ohio, weighing 239 pounds, Frank Williams. And his opponent, soon to be led to the ring by his manager, the Hollywood fashion plate, Fred Blassie, hailing from Tokyo, Japan, weighing 270 pounds, strong Kobayashi.
Where is he? Strong Kobayashi, managed by Freddie Blassie. There's Mr. Blassie. And there is one of the most notorious wrestlers to ever hail from the Orient, Strong Kobayashi. Here we go with the action. Following is commercial and content. Madison Square Garden, the setting on the 24th of April, when scheduled, ladies and gentlemen, in the main event, one of the most extraordinary wrestling matches ever held. Everyone looking forward to the steel cage match in the return event as Bob Backlund settles the score once and for all with superstar Billy Graham. Incidentally, the Felt Forum has already been opened to ensure that everyone has the opportunity to see this event, so the giant closed-circuit television broadcast of the Felt Forum will be displaying the actions that happen live at the main arena. Kobayashi in control at the moment. Definitely not a clean break, and Kobayashi lays it in there. Takedown arm drag by Kobayashi. This man, known in Japan as the King Kong over there. He is really on the top of the wrestling world in Japan, as well as all over the world. Fred Blassie apparently thinking that now the timing is right, bringing Kobayashi back here for another tour of the Worldwide Wrestling Federation. Tremendous chop, and Kobayashi not letting up one bit. Frank Williams taking a great deal of punishment from Strong Kobayashi. You see the head of Frank Williams bouncing back a moment ago. Kobayashi caught there from the blind side. Frank Williams coming on strong. However, Kobayashi off the rope and knocks him down.
As you can see right there, I've got a winner. I've got a winner. And furthermore, I want to tell you, too, about this pestle that geek, Bob Backlund. Can you imagine the audacity of that tongue-twisted liar? There's the man. I gave him a blank check, told him to fill it in, and all the time he was playing with me, putting me out like a fish, giving me more faith, thinking that he was going to sign with me. And then he signed with Skolin, saying that he wanted to send somebody with loyalty. All he signed was stupid Skolin, a man that will steal all his money and take all his money and lead him to nowhere. But I guarantee you Bob Backlund will pay for that, because nobody speaks to me with a forked tongue and tells me lies and don't pay for it. And I guarantee you, this man here in my champion Superior Arion will make Bob Backlund rue the day that he told me the lie.
That, of course, was a gravelly voice of Fred Blassie, and apparently Mr. Blassie a little upset over the fact that Bob Backlund is chosen for his manager, Arnold Skolin. Back to the match, and it's Williams hurled to the corner. Kobayashi taking his time moving in. A shoulder block now. match for strong Kobayashi. Kobayashi having some words with referee Dick Worley. And it appears that almost at any moment now, strong Kobayashi could put Frank Williams away if he chose to do so. Down for the count. 2 and no. Kobayashi, as we saw once before, could indeed have had the third count, or at least it appeared as though he could have. Down again for the count. Once again, Kobayashi yanks him up. Series of karate thrusts there to the esophagus. It should be just about all. Well, again. Kobayashi sending Frank Williams off the rope, crashing into the chest area there with another chop. And Williams high in the air and down to the canvas, and I'm quite certain that's indeed 2 and 3. That's all she wrote. Well, a series of boos here from the many, many fans at the arena. Kobayashi puts a final finishing touch on Mr. Frank Williams.
Time of the match, 5 minutes, 1 second, and your winner, Strong Kobayashi.
Strong Kobayashi victorious. Along with his manager, of course, Fred Blassie, having a big laugh. Kobayashi defeating Frank Williams, who at this moment appears to be in rather poor condition. Let's stay with the action for a moment and see indeed what happens. Williams appears as though he will regain his composure. He's going to be all right, it looks like. We shall return, ladies and gentlemen, in a moment. To my right, the Grand Wizard of Wrestling, the manager of Superstar Billy Graham, and Superstar Billy Graham headlines the wrestling card this Friday night at the Nassau County Coliseum. Although we understand you're not too happy with the recent circumstances surrounding this main event, as Superstar Billy Graham a little displeased over the fact that Andre the Giant has been designated to be the guest referee.
You bet your Bippy the Superstar and I are displeased. We love to come to the Coliseum in Long Island, but who asked for this Andre the Giant? He has enough trouble getting up and getting dressed in the morning without trying to become a referee. You have to think to be a referee. You watch what you're doing in that match, Andre the Giant. I'm going to be watching you. The Superstar is going to be taking care of our opponent, but I'll watch you, you big freak.
The eyes of the Grand Wizard of Wrestling focusing on Andre the Giant this Friday night in Long Island.
Nivea, 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 from your fingers to your toes. You got just one set of permanent clothes. And with a little daily care, it'll last 3 years of wear. Looking soft, feeling smooth, looking cute. Take care of your birthday, take care of your birthday, take care of your birthday soon. Nivea!
Whatever skin you're in.
Great taste is what I want in a sugar-free gum. That's why I always chew Orbit.
Orbit sugar-free gum is my favorite, because it's cool and refreshing.
Hey, I really like Orbit a lot.
Me too.
Orbit sugar-free gum is what my family wants. It's delicious. And besides, it's made with only natural sweeteners. We all love it, and so will you.
Try Orbit sugar-free gum for a cool, refreshing taste that's out of this world.
The next match is set for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing, in the corner to my left, from Richmond, Virginia, weighing 238 pounds, Dennis Johnson. And his opponent, hailing from Athens, Greece, weighing 263 pounds, the Golden Greek Spiros Arion.
Mr. Arion, not exactly the favorite from the fans here at the arena. Here we go. Following is brought to you by Capital Wrestling Corporation. Andre the Giant will be taking the giant steps into the squared circle this Friday night. The wrestling spectacular scheduled through Long Island at the Nassau County Coliseum. Andre has been designated to be the guest referee in the special return main event. Andre the Giant unquestionably is the most effective guest referee in the entire world. Andre doing the officiating in the main event this Friday night at the Nassau County Coliseum. Obviously, Mr. Arion is in control at the moment over Dennis Johnson. Johnson, good-sized fella, does lack as far as experience is concerned, although obviously, as we've said before, the only way to gain experience is inside the squared circle against the top men of the day. And of course, Arion right at the top rung of the ladder as far as success in professional wrestling is concerned. With a semblance of a neck breaker, down for the count. And as you can see, Spiros Arion is a graduate of the Fred Blassie School of Professional Wrestling, as is Strong Kobayashi. Alluding to the fact, of course, that Arion could possibly have had the 3 count on Dennis Johnson, yanked him up with a handful of hair, much like Strong Kobayashi did earlier in the program. A chin lock from our vantage point. We really can't tell too much. Johnson over there next to the rope, though, and the referee will break the hold. Ooh, the knee right down into the chest area. Johnson up, perhaps not for long, as Spiros Arion gives him an uppercut into the chest. Johnson alert there and ducked that right hand. So Johnson coming back with a left hand and backed Arion up considerably. Now back again, working on the midsection. Johnson coming on strong now. Missed the chin, got the shoulder. Nevertheless, Arion's backing up. Up. Johnson waiting too long to capitalize on the position Arion was in a moment ago, and once again it's Arion in control. Tremendous knee lift. Arion an unrelenting sort, to say the least. If he has an advantage, he wants to keep it. Johnson up high across the back of Spiros Arion, and that's all she wrote. Johnson gave up as he was going up there. He knew what he was in store for. Arion victorious with that special backbreaker. And Dennis Johnson bites to dust. Let's get the official time.
The time of the match, 3 minutes, 32 seconds, and your winner, Spiros Arion.
Spiros Arion. Victorious once again here on Championship Wrestling. Many people think that there is nothing that can stop the Iron Greek. We shall certainly find out in the weeks to come. Johnson, on the other hand, a game young man, gaining in experience. And it looks like he's gaining in a few injuries as well. We shall return, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue with the Lumberjacks. What we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen, is part of 600 pounds. What we're looking at is one of the original super heavyweights, the country boy himself, Stacks Calhoun, who appears as part of the 14-man over-the-top rope battle royal scheduled for New Haven at the Veterans Memorial Coliseum.
Neighbor, the people in New Haven have seen me in a lot of big battles in New Haven, Connecticut. You know, this time probably one of the biggest battles I've ever been in. It's a 14-man over-the-top rope battle royal with both Andre the Giant and myself in there. Neighbor, I've had the advantage in most battle royals by being the biggest one in the ring. But it's not going to be that way this time. You know, it's supposed to be every man for himself. So I definitely say the two of us has got the advantage, but one of us can only be the winner. So I don't know how he's going to get me out, and least of all, I don't know how I'm going to get him out. But one of us have got to go.
Thank you.
The craziest prices on used cars today. Go to the auction at Kings County nationwide. That's where you can bid when you want on over 100 top quality late model cars, sedans, wagons, you name it. Inspect them anytime during the week. But for the crazy prices you want, go down there this Sunday. Doors open at 10 a.m. Bidding starts at 12 noon at Kings County nationwide. This Sunday at 3rd Avenue and 20th Street in Brooklyn. Call them at 499-6161. That's 499-6161. Their prices are crazier than me.
I've got news for you. This Bassett sofa, complete with matching love seat, is only $9.50 at Siemens during April, in any fabric and color. But wait till you hear my news. Same Bassett sofa and love seat in this cut velvet, only $5.99 on our April no frills plan. $5.99. That's right, as long as you buy it in the decorator color we've got. And we've got a lot of other groupings, too. Pick your plan, frills or no frills. 2 ways to save at Siemens. Save on 23 no frills groupings at Siemens.
The following match is a special tag team attraction. It is set for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first the manager, Captain Louis Albano. And now the participants. In the corner to my left, from Panama City, Panama, weighing 221 pounds, Steve King. And his partner, from New York City, weighing 223 pounds, Ted Adams. And their opponents, total combined weight, 551 pounds, from the Yukon Lumberjacks.
There we have it, Lou Albano's latest find, the tag team tandem of the Lumberjacks. Big, powerful men, rugged to say the least. Meeting Steve King and Ted Adams. Here we go with the action.
Taking this commercial break, the wrestling fans on Coney Island, some kind of looking forward to the wrestling event that's scheduled on Monday night, the 17th of April. When scheduled to appear at the Abe Stark Skating Arena on the 17th will be the tag team combination second to none. It's a two-man gang if there ever was one, as the Paramount Samoan Chief Peter Maivia will join forces with the 8th wonder of the world, making his first appearance on Coney Island, Andre the Giant.
Albano warming up a bit. A series of forearm smashes there into the chest of his Lumberjacks. Apparently attempting to prove just how tough the Lumberjacks are. Here we go. Pierre's going to start things off against Ted Adams. Pierre now. Many times we've seen these Lumberjacks illegally rather help the other individual out. At this moment, Eric having no problems at all with Ted Adams. Frequent tag will be made. Thus far, Ted Adams has been unable to resort to the agility and the speed we've seen Ted Adams use in the past.
How do you like it? Have you ever seen anything like this one, man? You've seen a lot of tag teams. You've seen a lot of great talent. Have you ever witnessed two men, not weight trained, but woodsman trained? Two Lumberjacks that are unbelievable. Have you watched it? Have you watched it? And let me tell you something. I know that Bob Backlund, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation champion, handpicked Arnold Skaaland. But I've got a surprising story off of the man. He turned me down when I, Captain Lou Albano, made the biggest offer. This is against American policy. This is against humanity. This is against our wrestling knowledge. This is against my ability. This is against the World Wide Wrestling. And I will summons this to court, McMahon, and I'll have you as a material witness. I'll have you as a substantial witness. You'll be there. I'll be there. Look at this. Watch my champions in action, brother.
So Fred Blassie is not the only manager who is upset over the fact that Bob Backlund has chosen Arnold Scullin to represent him. Obviously, Lou Albano upset as well. Eric says one more time, let's give it to him. Oh, he missed! Here comes Pierre now, and it's 2-on-1 in a moment. Steve King scooped up, hammered to the canvas by Big Pierre. Down, no, is it for the count? Pierre with a chin lock. See the anguish on the face of Steve King. The power poured on, and the tag is made now, and Eric steps through the ropes. Ted Adams objecting here and starts to work on Pierre over in the corner, doing quite well from behind. Eric grabs him, and again it's 2-on-1. Meanwhile, Lou Albano gets a hand in things as well. Across the knee. Eric now tagging Big Pierre. Again, we see the 2-on-1 exhibited by the Lumberjacks. King tagging Ted Adams now. Mr. Adams a little reluctant, wanting Pierre to move back a bit before entering the ring. Got him with 1 foot. Another one clipped him across the chin. Up and right back down. Adams with a series of drop kicks and falling. Knocks Big Pierre off his feet. Ted Adams caught that one in the rat basket. Wide open Ted Adams, and he's paying right now. Making him pay to toe. Big Eric. His partner, Ted Adams, doing a pretty good job of relieving one another. You must at all times maintain an awareness of exactly where your corner is and how you can get to it the quickest way. Steve King hurled into the waiting foot of Pierre. Now scooped up by powerful Pierre, and a slam is made once again, and the elbow crashing down into the chest. King again went to the ropes, and that time the foot caught him into the right oblique. Tag made. King coming off, and the axe. The Lumberjack axe applied 2-0, sir. Eric, who had an opportunity to put Steve King away, chose not to a few moments ago. And now it's 1-on-1 with Pierre against Steve King. King and his partner Ted Adams obviously giving a great deal away in the way of weight and strength. Whip Whipped to the ropes, coming off King. That elbow really found its mark. Tag made as Eric steps to the ropes. King being helped to his feet. Whipped to the rope again, and there. Well, we saw it once before, and down for the count now. It's over. So Eric and Pierre, the Lumberjacks, chalk up another victory for themselves over Ted Adams. And his tag team partner, Steve King, and apparently the Lumberjacks are not finished yet. How about I better stay out of Dodge, or he's going to be caught.
The time of the match, 7 minutes, 45 seconds, and your winners, the Yukon Lumberjacks.
The Lumberjacks victorious, and we shall return with one of a kind, the Animal. To my right, ladies and gentlemen, gargantuan Gorilla Monsoon, and you'll be meeting a man who tips the scales very close to the 300-pound mark, a big man in his own right. This Friday night in Long Island at the Nassau County Coliseum, you will be clashing with Big Paul Butcher Vachon.
I believe that Paul is well over that 300 mark and a good, rough, tough customer, and I'm really looking forward to stepping in that squared circle with Vachon because he can make you work in there, make you press yourself, and I'm looking for an outstanding match, and I'm not looking for Paul to use me as a stepping stone, so it should be very exciting.
No question of that. A most exciting match, ladies and gentlemen. Gorilla Monsoon locking up with Mr. Butcher Paul Vachon, a battle of the super heavyweights, if you would. This, of course, in addition to seeing the all-time super heavyweight, if you would, the one and the only, the greatest athlete in the world today, Andre the Giant, the guest referee in the main event this Friday night.
Inside this new Firestone radial tire is an improved steel cord with 5 million miles of developmental testing. Where once we used 5 strands, we now use 10 strands of steel. 7 around 2, wrapped by 1. A cord construction so important, Firestone named the tire for it. 7, 2, 1. The new steel belted radial 721. Now, from Firestone.
When you want to get a recliner, you should shop where you can see a lot of lazy boys. Not just 1 or 2, or 5 or 10, or 25 or 50, but 100 lazy boys, or 200 or more. This is what you see when you come to a showcase shop. Hundreds and hundreds of lazy boys. If you can't find yours here, you can't find it anywhere. Lazy boy. Before you decide on one, see them all.
See one of these conveniently located Lazy Boy Showcase shops now. New York stores open Sunday.
This match is set for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing, from Puerto Rico, weighing 221 pounds, Mike Madera. And his opponent, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 291 pounds, George Steele.
Take a look at that man. Look at that kisser, would you? That in itself, enough to merit the name The Animal. And look at the hair all over the upper torso. Albano apparently trying to calm The Animal down. The bell is rung and we're set for the action to begin.
The following is commercial in nature. The Westchester County Center will be buzzing with wrestling excitement on the 19th of April. Scheduled to appear in White Plains at the Westchester County Center, a special 6-man tag team match. A 2 out of 3 fall event, and on the one side you'll be seeing joining forces the Heart Punch specialist Stan the Man Stasiak, joining up with Luke, or Crazy Luke Graham, joining up with Superstar Billy Graham. An awesome threesome scheduled to compete in White Plains at the Westchester County Center.
The Albano set to tie up with Mike Madera. But there's no telling what George Steele will do in the ring. Madera shoved into the corner. And the Animal going to work right away on Mike Madera, clutching him in the throat area, and the referee breaks it up. Right back in there with a blatant choke, the Animal. Look at that. What in the world? George Steele with...
Look at it. Get a load of the tongue on me. Get a load of the tongue, brother. What's the man beneath? I'm not going to tell you. That's for me to say and you to guess. Look at the man's green tongue. And this is not St. Patty's Day, Irishman. This is not St. Patty's Day, man.
No, there's no telling what's going to happen here with the Animal. Lou Albano with constant consultation with George Steele. Out on the outside on the hard concrete floor, Mr. Mike Madera. And where is the Animal? There he is in the far corner. And apparently he's having lunch. George Steele, as we've noted in the past, rather partial to the corner pads. He likes the turnbuckle pad. Steele now with Mike Madera in the corner. Thus far we've seen very little from Mike Madera in the way of offensive moves. Steele now begins to chew up another turnbuckle. That nasty green tongue, that's probably where he got the green tongue. Look at him, look at that tongue whipping around. Much like a lizard. Steele maybe using part of that corner pad. Was indeed using it, rubbing it into the eyes of Mike Madera. Steele biting, I believe, the tricep of Mike Madera. And laying him in there, really going to work on that left arm. Steele breaks his man down. And again, it appears as though he's biting a tricep. Ah, George Steele almost got the referee's finger. Again, that tongue whipping about. And once again, George Steele begins to bite. Although judging from the marks on the tricep area, Mike Madera apparently was not biting, he was just salivating all over it. Referee over asking Mike Madera if he wants to concede. Mr. Madera having problems just trying to jump back to his feet. He may be in shock. Anyone would be. Take a look at that green tongue whipping about. And there we see not only the green tongue, but some sort of object placed in the trunks and now lifted out gingerly by Captain Louis Albano. Using that object as he will use anything. And now George Steele allows the referee to check him over. As George Steele does a good job concealing that. From the referee, it's hard to look around a 300-pound Hulk. Steele and his manager, Albano, continue to pass this object back and forth, clearly from our vantage point. But the referee must see it himself before disqualifying an individual. Madero now, whipped to the ropes, coming off, and the foot of the animal finds its mark. Still continuing to hammer Mike Madero. Stomping into the left arm and shoulder. You get the impression at any moment that George Steele is capable of attacking the referee, not only his opponent. Daily double here, but George Steele and Luis Albano as Mike Madera screams for release, and finally George the Animal Steele releases that hammerlock. Albano, as you can plainly see, distracting the referee just so the Animal can continue to teach Mike Madera a lesson. For the ring announcer to give us a result. However, peering down at the ring announcer at this moment is the Animal. And the ring announcer justifiably a little reluctant to enter the squared circle. Oh, he's going after him, is he? Yes, there's our ring announcer, Gary Capetta. Does not want to be anywhere around the Animal. So we will not have the official result, whatever the time was. Perhaps we'll give it to you later. In any event, George the Animal Steele, the victor. We shall return as we continue with the tag team. Oh, wait a minute, maybe we will get the time, I believe.
All right, the winner, the one and only George the Animal Steele. The one and only, baby.
Well, we certainly didn't need that, and George Steele goes out to the ring announcer. No wonder he won't get in there. We shall return with our feature match. Stan Stasiak, Baron Cicluna against Larry Zbyszko and the original, or at least one of them, super heavyweights of pro wrestling, the big stacker himself, Stacks Calhoun.
After 200 years, we English have developed quite an edge. Buy our Wilkinson 2 blades. We'll give you the razor free. Get the Wilkinson edge.
World War II, the most devastating conflict in man's history, with the biggest armies, the most destructive weapons, the most far-reaching campaigns. And only now, more than 30 years later, can all the pieces be put together. Now all the files can be opened to bring you the complete and detailed story of the Second World War as it really happened. Now you can see it all as it really was, right here on the War Cards. The War Cards, bringing you the weapons, tanks, planes, battles, heroes, villains, strategies, the immense, incredible story of the Second World War. On the front of each card is an authentic on-the-scene photograph, battle map, or detailed drawing. On the back, the exciting, fact-filled story of the battle, weapons, personality, or event. These symbols on each card let you set up your own filing system like professionals in war museums do. You file your cards the way you want them. Battles, weapons, war crimes, espionage, whatever your special interest, these ingenious symbols instantly lead you to the information you're looking for. It's like having a new living encyclopedia of World War II with you in the center of the action. Get your first set of 24 war cards with filing dividers for only $1. You can return them in 10 days for your dollar back or keep them. And then as long as you like, get a new shipment each month for just $1.98 plus shipping. You'll also get this handsome file case absolutely free, even if you return the cards. And if you act immediately, we'll include an extra set of 24 war cards free. So send now. Here's all you do.
Order now and you'll get the first set of war cards plus the second set free and the file case for only $1. Phone 582-6565 or save COD charges by sending $1 to War Cards, Box 7777, Radio City Station. That's War Cards, Box 7777, Radio City Station, New York, or phone 582-6565.
This is the final event of the hour. It is set for one fall with a 10-minute time. Excuse me, one fall or to the curfew. It is a special tag team attraction. Introducing, in the corner to my right, from the Isle of Malta, weighing 265 pounds, Baron Mikel Cicluna. And his partner, hailing from Buzzards Creek, Oregon, weighing 272 pounds, the former Worldwide Wrestling Federation heavyweight champion, Stan the Man Stasiak. And they are accompanied by their manager, the Grand Wizard of Wrestling. And their opponents, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, weighing 241 pounds, Larry Zbyszko. And his partner, Morgan's Corner, Arkansas, weighing 601 pounds, the country boy, Stacks Calhoun.
Very other principals, Stacks joining forces with Larry Zbyszko, and here we go with the action.
The following is commercial and content. The Mid-Hudson Civic Center of Poughkeepsie, New York will be the setting for a wrestling extravaganza to take place on Thursday night, the 20th of April. And on the 20th of April, scheduled to join forces once again, a tag team combination that is unquestionably seeing a lot of success these days. The combination of Larry Zbyszko and his partner, one of the original super heavyweights of professional wrestling, Stacks Calhoun. Joining these two individuals on the card in Poughkeepsie will be the Iron Greek Spiros Arion.
Baron now will try his luck against Larry Zbyszko. Zbyszko having his problems at the moment with the tag team tandem of Stan the Man and Mr. Cicluna. Zbyszko off balance at the moment and certainly taking full advantage of it, the Big Baron. Larry Zbyszko and Stacks Calhoun have had a lot of success as of late, teaming up. Every bit as much as Stan the Man and Mr. Cicluna have had. Stacks in the ring now, and he just may clean house. No, referee Dick Worley's ushering him back. Meanwhile, wide open Zbyszko. What a right hand that was a moment ago by Stan the Man. Here comes a hard punch. Oh. Larry makes the tag. Yes, sir. Ready? Yes, sir. Here comes Haystack. Jab there by Stacks Calhoun, and this is more than a jab. That's a squash. Oh! The entire ring moves. Stan the Man hauled out to the fair. Comes Haystack. Reversing things with a rake of the face, and now hammering through with a series of right hands. Nice counter by Haystacks. Look at him, he's a determined man. Cicluna's knee found the mark. Cicluna trying to take the big man off his feet. Can't quite do it. Zbyszko's in there now. And it could be 2 against 1 against Cicluna. Again, all 4 wrestlers in there. Once again, back to 1-on-1. Haystacks big, hammered in that corner. Slumping down now, Haystacks is. Big Bear with a blatant choke on the right hand. Finally landing. Sending Stasiak over to tag his partner, Stan the Man. Slowing it out now. Looks like Stasiak is getting the better of Haystacks at the moment. And Haystack Calhoun able to tag a fresh Larry Zbyszko. Stand up, man, what a ride! Larry Zbyszko all over the place. Once again, Stasiak whipped to the buckle. Swapping up blows again, and there comes a hard punch. Zbyszko off the rope, Cicluna with a knee to the midsection, and the Baron should not be in the ring. A continual double team here. Referee Dick Worley having his problems, and Haystack Calhoun comes in. But now things do not look good for the Baron. Oh, look at that! Dick Worley using his discretion, allowing it to really get mixed up in there. Apparently not disqualifying either team, even though all 4 wrestlers were in the ring at the same time. Worley explaining things now to Stan the Man and the Baron, who apparently doesn't like it at all. Let's get the official time, if we may.
Time of the match, 5 minutes, 35 seconds, and the winners with the big splash, the team of Larry Zbyszko and Haystacks Calhoun.
There we have the victors, and I'm quite certain we will definitely be seeing a lot of this tag team tandem in the weeks to come. Haystacks Calhoun and Larry Zbyszko victorious over Stan the Man and rugged Baron Mikhail Cicluna. And once again, the big splash did it. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, more action on Championship Wrestling. And yet another tag team match. This one employing the services of the Lumberjacks, Lou Albano's latest find. They'll be meeting the tag team tandem of Peter Maivia and S.D. Jones. Until then, Vince McMahon saying so long from ringside.